Mama used to look after this girl called Sarah Spur stuff, and while I read your stuff, you two can decide which one of these cutouts you want. There's a gladiator, centurion, like a soldier, an emperor,
Line. Use that.
That's a picture on him done, Pudge. So the helm, have you got it?
Yep.
It says the crest is made of horsehair or feathers.
It's just like in Minecraft. I always get diamond.
That's his breastplate.
Chest plate.
Oh, that's baby whacking the camera. At that time, much of the road. That's a Retiarius was a type of gladiator, it says. Where am I? At that time, much of Europe was inhabited by tribes. Do you remember, like Boudica in England? To conquer a tribe, you can't get a sword on it. That one's Emperor Caligula. That was him that was a bit mad. Do you remember?
Did he try to start a war with the sea?
Yeah.
Too much.
Would you remember me telling you Cleopatra killed her brother, had her brother and her sister killed, so she should be pharaoh? That was normal. Murdering your relations, so you could be emperor or pharaoh, however. And Ornatrix was a Roman hairdresser who had to know how to make brown hair dye out of rotten leeches and squid ink, and blonde hair dye out of pigeon poo, ashes and urine. Blech. Which one's one of them, do you reckon? Yeah, I think you're right. Well, that's the Senate. He's Julius Caesar, and they're all about to turn on him. He's a dentist, Bob.
What's this?
Why is he a random sink sponge on table? Could you making this here power engine car? He's just been cutting the tubes he needs, measuring them with husband's measuring tape, putting them with wire cutters. And his apron, yeah, he's a Roman dentist, Bobo. How far you got with it?
If it works.
Pudge's car's coming on. I'm sure it will, Pudge. Don't nod on it. No, mind nodding off, Jasper. You gotta help me put chickens away in a minute. Hello! I haven't decided if this is going on YouTube yet or my Patreon. So, I was gonna say I'm in a much better mood now. I've switched the news off, and we helped a bit with the Ukrainian refugee donation thing up at my work. And if you're on my Patreon, you know what I'm talking about, and if you're not, you won't. I think the hardest thing about my Patreon is knowing what to share on there and what to share on the other, like finding the balance bit. My baby. To make you jump. They were playing a game upstairs where they turned the lights off and then jumped into a load of quilts and started crying, screaming, and it freaked the baby out, so we had to come away, didn't we? They were having lots of fun, but you didn't like it, did you?
I was the giant whale watching people. I got bored.
Cloth nappies washing.
I don't want to have it.
You done it? Don't brush down, hold on.
Hey! My Jasper just kissed me!
Jasper kissed you, doggy kisses.
Hello! No! Doggy kisses! Wait, doggy, doggy. Doggy, doggy.
Hello, baby.
Doggy, doggy.
I can't show you Bod because I'm running him and Pinky a bath, and Bod's naked, so I can't show you Bod, my lovely, lovely Bod.
I'm naked. Don't look at me. I'm going away.
No, I'm not looking.
I need to wear some clothes.
You're beautiful. Hi. We're not going out today because hang on, Bod, don't get shot, you're naked. We're not going out today because I've got rid of my conjunctivitis and that. Oh, hang on, someone coming upstairs now. I'm going to be sat on the landing a long time because I've got to bath everybody. The bathroom's there, you see him. What was I saying? We're not going out today because I got rid of my conjunctivitis and now and now I've got an infected toe. Well, the husband said it's infected, it's all red and it hurts. I've been bathing it in Dettol. And if it's not better by Monday, I'll have to go to the doctors. But I'm hoping I can get it sorted myself. So one thing after another. First I was losing my hair, started taking them tablets and stopped losing my hair. Then it was my eye, now it's before. Anyway, that I'm hoping I won't have a bad back soon because we had a divan double bed, me and the husband. We had it for about 12 years before it broke. So we bought another divan bed and we've not had it a year yet and it's broke. And I was worried it was my weight. But like the husband said, the other divan bed we had lasted 12 years. So anyway, we've been trying, because we haven't even had it a year yet, the husband don't want to get another one. So first off, we put these like cot sides on it. And then put the mattress on top of that. And that worked for about 3 weeks. That's all broken, it's caved in again. So we've got a tabletop downstairs and the wood's like 2 inches thick. That's what Beanie were brushing down just then. And we're going to put that under his mattress to hold his bed up. My mum said she bought a bed and her side of the bed's fine. Hope she doesn't mind saying this. And a fella's side's like that and they're holding his side up with catalogues. Sorry Mum, don't mind me saying that. So yeah, we're not going out today because of my toe. Hoping we can sort the bed out. Getting all the kids bathed and scrubbed. Might get some more school work done. Hello. But I probably won't get much housework done today because normally we walk the dog, we come back, the baby's asleep in the pram, and then I can whiz around and do stuff. But your man, because we're not going for a walk, your man there's awake, and when he's asleep he'll want cuddling, won't you? Baby. Baby. It says dude on your top, did you know? They've just finished having the dinner. Well, lunch if you're posh. Bean, Bod and Pink are playing and Pudgy's looking up recipes on YouTube. So when he finds one he wants, he'll be bullying me into trying it. Yeah, and your man there's here. I just wanted to say about our bed. If the tabletop thing doesn't work, we will buy another bed. It's just, we haven't had that one a year yet. And we would never ever leave the kids in an uncomfortable broken bed. The kids would get a new bed straight away, okay? Just thought I'd clarify that. But what I wanted to say was, me and the husband are both make do and mend type people, budgeting type people. We're not rich. And that's one of the reasons I'm so grateful when folks sign up for my Patreon, because we're not rich people. But we know people on more money than us who struggle. But they don't do any of the budgeting and make men type stuff that we do. And I just wanted to say, you don't have to be rich or have a lot of money to homeschool. I mean, people say, you can find resources for free, fairly cheap. Library books are free, nature walks are free, conversations are free. You know, your time with your children and connection and nurturing is all free. I mean, yes, if you're not really rich, you can't do every single homeschool group. You can't do every single club. But would you want to do every single one anyway? And also, people, haters will say, oh, you can't afford to homeschool. How can you possibly afford to give them opportunities and what have you? As far as I see it, kids that are at school, they sat down in the classrooms doing maths, English, science, the same stuff they do sat down at home if you homeschool them. But if they want to do anything extra, these so-called opportunities that schools so-called provide, like school trips, school swimming, school after school clubs, parents have to pay for it. So I'd still require the same amount of money to send them to clubs if they was at school as I do now. I know people who send their kids to the same after school clubs I send my kids to, but they're not just paying the £3 for the club session like I am. They're also paying for all the stuff that they need to pay for to send the kids to school as well, like uniforms and things, which I don't have to pay. So in a lot of ways it actually costs us more money to send them to school. And if school provided all these things for free, which to be honest is not free, taxes pay for it by the way, you wouldn't have to pay extra for things like after school clubs, trips, So you don't have to be rich at all to homeschool. And the other thing is, nobody wants their kids to do without. Of course they don't. But it's not a bad thing to show your kids how to make do and mend, how to reuse things, because a part of the fact is living more sustainably, it teaches them to be more practical. There's going to be times in their adult life, no matter what they do, where they're not going to have money, where they're going to have to prioritise and budget and make do and mend and source things more economically. And if they already know how to do that, they're less likely to get stressed, get in debt, get depressed about it. So it's not a thing. You don't have to be rich to homeschool. That's my little rant over. My little rant over. Oi. It's got a bubble. If you can see, it's got a bubble, spit bubble here. You look beautiful. Yes, you do. You look absolutely gorgeous.